Another day, another dollar. How's it going, everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac, and I'm here with a video on Minecraft again. It's been a while, I think, honestly, a month and a half around there, since I've been on this world and just recorded a video on it, and I'm really excited. It's been a long time since I've done this, and it feels nice. It feels nice. It feels like I'm back home, which I am because I am back home from vacation, and I've been here for like a week now, a week and some change, like a week and a day around there. So I haven't had time to record, or at least like directly record a video. I've only just been able to edit videos, which funnily enough takes more time than recording. But regardless, I've been swamped with college stuff again because that picked back up, and I didn't really have time to myself for some days. But I'm here with this, and I'm glad to be recording it. But what I'm going to be talking about, right, is is something intangible or untangible. I don't really know what the word is exactly, but indomitable human spirit, right? It's been a meme lately, or not lately, but like the past couple months of just like, or the cruel indifference of the universe versus the indomitable human spirit. And I think I talked about this before, but I want to give it its own video because it's such an interesting thing, right? And this isn't just like for media or for entertainment. There's a reason why it's used in media, because it exists in the real world. Humans are creatures that exist in the cold vastness of the universe that are able to control their own destiny because there's nothing that governs them except their own lifespan, you know? So they have will to do whatever they want, the desire to do whatever they want. I'm not trying to define what a human is. I'm just trying to explain it from what I understand, right? And the indomitable human spirit is overcoming what is statistically, I guess, or just in general, improbable for someone to overcome. Like, let's say climbing the mountain or a mountain, right? Or better yet, going to space. Climbing a mountain like 100 something, or not 100, but like a couple 100 years ago was thought impossible. Like one of the frozen ones where you go into high altitude because you don't have the gear for it. But somehow, years later, like centuries later, people have found a way to do it, and some people became the first people to climb certain mountains, or space literally, where in the 60s and 1960s somehow people managed to get from Earth, a place that we never even thought was round at a certain point, to going to the moon, something we didn't even think was real until we actually were there. So it's just like that is the indomitable human spirit, the desire to do something that you shouldn't be able to do with what you currently have, and people did it. But if I want to put it on a smaller scale, there's sports, right? There's sports where you have a certain uh oh, I guess rules or regulations set up. There's expectations for certain people, for certain teams, and there's always the finals. There's the Super Bowl, there's the finals, there's the World Cup, stuff like that. And for me, I'm just talking more from the sports that I know or understand. There's been stories all the time of teams that are worse than the heavily favored team that actually beat them, like convincingly too, or just in unexpected fashion, which makes it even better. Like for example, the 2016 finals in NBA with the Warriors and the Cavs, where LeBron James and Kyrie come back 3-1 against the Warriors, who had the best record in NBA history, and they do it like in convincing fashion too, with the greatest sequence of basketball history where LeBron James gets the block on the backboard, Kyrie takes it up and then he shoots a leaning three from the right side of the court, and it's just like, bro, that right there is indomitable human spirit. Two men came together, whether they had differences or not, to win a championship for a city who never won one before, who's been in the league for mad long. The fact that after that long, I think it was like 50 years up to that point, that like they never got a championship. That or they it's been that long since they got one, I don't remember. But the fact that they managed to do that and beat the odds, beat the David versus Goliath situation, they did it. And it was so good because of it. Because LeBron James, he has a losing record in the finals. He's 4-9, I think, in the finals, even though he's one of the best players of all time. So the fact that he did that in the city that drafted him, in the city that he was born in, no less, just means a lot. Sure, it won't erase his losing record. Sure, he got one more championship afterwards, but it just has so much meaning because he put his will into it. So did Kyrie as well. They beat the odds. They went to Shell City. They rode the Hasselhoff. All that stuff, bro. And he got the crown back. There's just another situation. I'll talk about that later. There's also the 2007 Giants where they beat the Patriots, who also had a perfect season and were right there to winning the Super Bowl. But the Giants were just like, no. And Eli Manning is just here like, yeah, I'm amazing. And he just wins the Super Bowl. It's like I didn't know about that, and I was always wondering, like, why people like the Giants so much? I don't know, because I live in New England, so it's just like, oh shoot, that's why I like the Giants so much. They were the only team to really beat the Patriots twice in a 4 year span, no less, which is crazy. But you also have in media and entertainment with like SpongeBob, where it's a kids movie, but one of the reasons I love that movie so much is because of how improbable it really is. SpongeBob just witnessed his boss get frozen, and now Plankton's taking over the world, getting the Krusty Krab formula. And he's just a kid. He's just a kid with his friend who's riding on a hamburger trying to get the crown back when nobody expected anything from him. And he did it. He rode the Hasselhoff. He made it to Shell City and he brought the crown back. And people still doubted him. His boss, his co-worker, Plankton himself, even the king. And then he just pulls out this crazy 3 minute guitar solo and he does it. He wins. He beats Plankton, bro. The indomitable human spirit took over and his will overtook him. And he did it. And then just to top it all off, Ocean Man started playing at the end of the movie. And that's just like literally you can never create something like that ever again. And that's what makes these moments so good. Because there's like once in a lifetime moments that you can never witness again, ever. So if you're in the moment watching it or seeing it happen, you're witnessing greatness. And it's so rare to catch that, to capture that in a moment, in a bottle no less, and just witnessing it firsthand. And that's what makes them so good, you know? Because there's moments like that on YouTube where it's like the indomitable human spirit from like anime and whatever, where you have like One Piece moments, One Punch Man, shows like that where you just have characters overcoming insurmountable situations, and it gets me emotional. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a pretty, I guess, quote unquote sensitive guy, where stuff like that just gets me tearing up and crying because it's beautiful. It's genuinely beautiful, just seeing what a person can do when there's like there's so many things ahead of you that should easily just destroy you, defeat you, and you manage to overcome it. Whether it's with people or without, one thing's keeping you going, whether it's hope or not. It's your will. It's your will, the reason why you keep going. The thing pushing you past your limits. Even if you don't succeed, at least you tried, right? And it's inspirational. It's generally inspirational. That's why it always gets me because I take that and try to carry it out through my life. Whether it's my passion or just in general, when I need a pick me up when I'm down, it's just like indomitable human spirit. As much of a joke as it is, it's real. It's generally real, and we've seen it happen a lot. Whether it's in science, or in sports, or just in fiction, it's real, and it does affect you in a crazy way. And that's why I always just be like, bro, this is a meme, but it's a good meme because it genuinely like it really just gets me, you know? It really gets me. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. It's just if you ever feel down, if you ever have the will, just do it, you know? Just try. Try to do what you can, try to reach your goals, and just overall be that person that you couldn't be yesterday, and just go for it. Within reason, of course, within reason. But I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all for watching. Maybe you took something away from this. Maybe you didn't, but it's something I wanted to talk about for a little bit. If I made a video on this already, I'm gonna look like such an idiot, bro. It's crazy. But I make so many videos at this point, I forget. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.